Hello, and welcome to another episode of Human Design Hotline, where we hang up on doubt and we answer the call within. And as always, I have another beautiful question today. And this is a question I get asked about a lot. And it is about marketing, about connecting with your audience in alignment, from a place of alignment. And I think this is very, very important for us to address because when we're talking about human design, when we're talking about being our highest self, we talk about conditioning a lot and how, we've got to be aware of the noise that is around us and how that can influence and affect us. And I always think that social media is a great amplified representation of conditioning. And what I mean by that is the conditioning is at our fingertips. So we're flicking through social media. We all do it. We're flicking through social media and, we're told this is how we should show up. People are saying we should do it like this. This is how we connect with an audience. And we're unconsciously and consciously comparing our social media journey to what has worked for others. Now, it's really, really important, and this is what we're going to get into today, is how you can show up in the best way for you. Because it's like anything, I talk a lot about listening to our energy, going with our intuition, and we can apply the same tools and the same mentality and authenticity to our social media, to how we show up in the online world. So if you are, and especially if you're someone who's in business or you're in that creative world, creative online world, it's going to be very important for you to find your authentic voice, because if you are not in that authenticity, what happens is you will start to feel stuck on that journey. You'll start to feel frustrated, bitter, anger, disappointed. All of those not self themes, they have an ability and they have the capacity to come through in the social media world as well. And so we're going to look at how you can utilize your human design and market whatever it is that you're marketing. So let's get into it. And our question is from Lily today. So Lily, thank you for your question, because this is a part of human design. And I always say this about these episodes. It doesn't matter if it's your question or if it's someone else's question. If you're drawn to stick around and you resonate with the question, this answer is for you too. Okay, so Lily's question is, how can I apply my human design to my work with clients in relationships and speaking? How can I market in a way that resonates with my audience and speaks to them? And is there a way to use my chart to narrow down who I should speak to? So this is a very purpose and career driven question. So there's a lot of things that go into your social media journey and marketing in your business. But the best strategy is to be yourself. So I want to give you a little mindset shift when it comes to how you show up on social media and how you market your business. Authenticity is your strategy. So being yourself, because you think about it, I think about it like this all the time. Think about times when you've gone into a store and maybe you didn't think you were going to buy anything in this store, but you went in and there was a good energy in that. The the retail assistant came over and they had a really good energy, and you were chatting to them and you just enjoyed the experience of being there. 9 times out of 10, you're going to buy something in that place. And this is how we have to think about our marketing and Instagram journey when it comes to our businesses, because your Instagram is essentially your storefront. It is a place where people can come in and get a taste for what you're doing and your energy and decide whether they want to stay there, whether they want to spend money, whether they want to hang out. And so you get to curate that environment. So, for example, if you have the mindset that, oh my God, Instagram sucks. Oh my God, Instagram is this, Instagram is that. It's draining, it frustrates me, it's all of these things. That is what you make it, because you get to curate your own journey in this. You get to curate who you follow. You get to curate your own algorithm. And if you don't like it, you get to change that up. You are responsible for how you feel in that environment. And so, as I said, if you are feeling stuck in that space, if you are feeling frustrated, bitter, anger, or disappointed, these are your not self themes. So, why is your not self theme coming up in this space? What is it? So, as I always say with the not self theme, we can use it in absolutely everything. And this is why I communicate it as such a powerful tool. Zoom out. What is it that is frustrating you or making you bitter about this part of your work? Is it because there's not validation there yet? Is it because you are posting in a way that is not yourself? Right? Imagine. So I think it's important to look at that. And what that is going to do, it is going to realign you. It is going to open up that journey in a different way. So if your social media, if your Instagram, whatever social media platform you use, by the way, you get to choose which one you use. But if it is not giving you those signature vibes, how can you switch it up? Play with your not self theme and your signature. What is it that is giving you your not self theme? Maybe it's certain people that you follow. Maybe it is you're following people who are also in your industry and you're comparing yourself to their journey. Please note, and this is important, especially when it comes to marketing, when it comes to business, no one is you. Absolutely no one is you. And so, and this is what I love about human design as well, because it communicates to us how no one is you. And so, with that, you are able to step into your magic, own it, and say, okay, this is how I show up. This is what I'm about. This is the edge that I have in my journey. And you mark it from that place. My overarching advice when it comes to marketing, social media, your business, and the online world is your strategy is how can you be more yourself? How can you apply more of your own energy, pour it into what you're doing? Because that's what magnetizes people in. That's what magnetizes the right people, the right clients, the right followers, the right whatever. So you are in control of that. And that, but consistently showing up with this. And I know sometimes, for some of us, it's like, I don't want to show up every day. You don't have to show up every day. There are tools, there are ways and means that you can still show up every day, but not show up every day. Do you know what I mean? We have scheduling posts, there's automation, there's all of these tips and tricks that you can use to help you and how your energy wants to flow and show up. But consistency is important. And so consistency in being yourself. This is what we're going for. And so what I'm going to do now is I have pulled up Lily's chart. So you can see it here. Lily is a 2-4 emotional generator. Your chart is very, very similar to mine, actually, except I am a manifesting generator, but I have all of the same centers defined and all of the same centers undefined. So the first thing I want to say, when it comes to your human design and your journey and showing up, it's very individualized. There are so many layers that I could unravel when it comes to one chart. and the ways that you can individually show up. But today I'm going to explore sort of the foundations of that, so it gives you something to play with. And so what we're going to look at is, how does your energy work? So I've already gone over that. So how does your energy want to show up on social media? So for you as a generator, it's all allowing yourself to express what you are excited about. It's like, okay, look at the things on social media or the profiles that excite you, that bring you good energy. What are they doing? They're owning their energy. They're owning what they're passionate about, and they're showing up in that. So whenever you're creating a post, do not think about, is this going to convert? How am I going to do this? First and foremost, what you've got to think is this exciting me? Is this like, do I feel like really excited to post this? I'm a manifesting generator. I don't post anything I don't feel excited by. I'm always showing up with things and creating things that I find are really fun and I would want to watch or I would want to read. And this is what you have to do as a generator. Make sure the excitement is there. Make sure it is behind what you are posting. Again, looking at, are you frustrated on this journey? Because if you're frustrated on this journey, it's time to realign. It's time to look at, okay, what is it exactly that is frustrating me and how can I course correct? How can I move more into feeling satisfied in this environment? How can I create an environment that feels more satisfying? Is it the people that you follow? Is it your algorithm? You're in control of all of those things. You get to choose. So what you want to do is you want to make your social media a place you want to be, a place that excites you, that inspires you, and makes you feel uplifted, because then you're going to be able to communicate and come from that place yourself. Okay, whoa. Sometimes, sometimes it comes through as like a download. Okay, now the next part is a part I really, really love. And this is what you are here to share. And when we're thinking about what you're here to share, we look to your life profile. Now, your life profile is like your life path. And so when we're following that in our lives in general, we feel more aligned, we feel more connected to, our purpose, the ways that we like to move through things, our personality. So much to say about life profile. And when it comes to social media, your life profile also communicates what people are calling from you and what you're calling from yourself and how you use that. Now, let's look at Lily's life profile. So Lily is a 2-4 life profile. And it makes a lot of sense to me that a 2-4 would ask me this question, because social media for a 2-4, it can feel maybe a little extroverted, or, because there's the 2-4, the 2 is the hermit. It's more introverted. The 4 is all about intimate connection. And so a 2-4 on social media, there's, in general, for 2-4s, there's this push and pull and this, want to find balance. Like, which one am I? Am I like extroverted or introverted, or like, how do I show up? So it makes sense that this question comes in from you. Now, how I look at this. So let's look at the lines individually. So a line 2, why is a line 2 a hermit? A line 2 is not just a hermit and like that's it. A line 2 is a hermit because you need that time and that space to dedicate to those things that you are good at and that come natural. So line 2s often have specific skills that it just comes easy to them. So I want you to think about, what are those things that come really, really easy to you? And I mean, what is it that you're currently doing, and what feels natural when you are doing that? So as a line 2, you've got to look at the things that come very natural to you within your business and within what you're sharing. Also look at what people are calling from you, and so if you don't have like a big social media following where people are constantly interacting with you, what do people in your life recognize you for? and say, oh, you're good at this, or what do you know about this? Like start like looking for those little things, because that is something the world is calling from you. And what I want to say, because a two in social media, it can feel it can feel conflicting in a sense, because you have so much to give and so much natural energy, but it's almost like that hermit energy sometimes wants to hold you back, because it's like it's almost this like inner dialogue sometimes for a line two of, I'm not there yet, I'm not there yet, I don't know enough yet. And this is when we sort of go into that shell and when we hermit and we try to refine and try to make things better. But there's got to be a point where you let yourself come out of that shell, where you let yourself share. And something I've learned, I'm a 6'2", and something I've learned about my own journey when it comes to social media is I can talk myself out of posting things all the time. But I have learned to challenge myself in those moments. So when there's something I'm like, ooh, maybe not, like maybe that's not going to be what I need to share, or maybe I need to, do I know enough, or whatever dialogue I create in my head. Whenever I have that now, I say, oh, it means I have to share, because it feels kind of scary or something. And so as a two, it's very, very important for you that one, you're listening to the ways that people are calling for your energy, or what people are recognizing in you, and two, that you actually like dive in. I know sometimes it's scary, but this is what you have to do. This is how you have to jump sometimes. And and the form is all about community. It's all about connection. It's all about people and heart. And so how so when you're a line four, what I really want you to do, we should all do this, but line fours are really kind of like the pioneers in this. But you have to, instead of seeing Instagram as this like thing to leverage from, like we have to start seeing it as a place where we build community. So can you start shifting the narrative from, okay, I have to make sales, or okay, I have to connect with as many people as possible. Look at the people that you already have in your community. Your community is your followers, the people who come to your page. How can you focus on that? How can you give that your energy and uplift that? That's what you want to work on. And so with that, what are the kind of strategies that come with that? We can literally, open up more questions, open up the question box, or, when people are commenting or sending you messages, respond, like care about the people that are coming to your page. Really, like when it comes to what you're posting as well, always have that in mind. So have it in mind first, like, okay, what's exciting me? But then also this idea of also this knowing that what excites you is something that can help your community. So come from that place as well. So sometimes as a 2-4, it can feel, or social media and the conditioning that we have around social media can sometimes feel a little bit like, is this right? Does this feel right to me? Does this feel good? But you can curate your page into a place that is a great environment for you and helps you thrive. But as a 2-4, you've got to be sharing the things that come natural to you and not doubting yourself or holding yourself back and saying it's not ready yet or you're not enough. And you've got to also create the community. See Instagram or whatever platform you're using. See it as this beautiful place where you can connect with people all over the world and you can create community. This is the beauty of social media. And as I said at the beginning, I think sometimes it's more about that mindset shift. It's more about, because there is these negative connotations around social media, that it's a bad place, and there's this going on there and that, and it's hard to navigate, or whatever the stories are. I don't subscribe to those stories. I think social media is fun. I think it is a place where I get to express myself. It is a place where I get to like connect with people all over the world. My God, I think about it and I think, you know, 20 years ago, people would only have could not have even dreamt of could not have even dreamed of having access to a platform like this. I remember my parents have always been in business. They have always been entrepreneurs themselves. And I always remember they would do, if you're from the UK, maybe you understand this, but they would have yellow pages. They would have their advert and their phone number in the yellow pages. They would do newspaper ads every week or something like this. And it's like social media is a free tool. How many users are there? There must be like a billion users. So we have like this free tool at our fingertips that has a billion users. Like it is so abundant. And I think it's a really good place for us to express ourselves and for us to market ourselves, market our business, market our passion. And so I think a lot of this feeling or this distaste sometimes for social media, it comes from the stories that we tell ourselves and the environment that we're creating on there. So I want to remind you, you get to curate it. You are in charge of what your social media journey looks like, how it rolls, and the people that you magnetize into your space. And so, for Lily, you are a generator. And so really allowing yourself to express your energy is really, really important. Third sort of general phase of when it comes to social media is how you share it. So we've looked at how your energy works. We've looked at what you are here to share. Now, how do we share it? So when we're looking at how we share it, I look to our throat center in your human design chart. And so the throat center, it is our place of expression, communication, manifestation. And what I mean by manifestation, it is where you manifest yourself. Okay, and so some of us, we may have an undefined throat, and some of us may have a defined throat. And so, Lily, you have a defined throat. And so what I look at when it comes to your what I look at first when someone has a defined throat, I'm like, okay, what other center is it connected to? Because that is going to reveal to you what is sort of where the flow of energy wants to come from. So, what you're kind of here to express more of, right? And so, yours is coming directly from your self center. So, the G center, which is the diamond right in the middle. And the G center is all about the self. It's all about direction. It's all about identity. And so really, and as soon as I looked at your chart, this is what I felt. And this is because it is in so many different places. And it's so funny when I get that initial like hit of this is what I need to talk about when it comes to this particular chart, I will actually start seeing it. I will look for confirmation in other places, and I got confirmation everywhere for your chart. And so for you, you have to create social media your own. You really have to, when it comes to marketing, it's like it comes from yourself. You have to be authentic. You have to go the way that you want to go and understand like there's no strategy better than being yourself and being consistent with that. That is the strategy and the niche. I always say your niche is you. And that is very, very apt for your chart in particular. So the connection that you have from the self center is gate 7 to 31. And what is interesting about this is gate 7 is the leader and gate 31 is the influencer. So really what that is about is you have to lead yourself and you have to go in the ways that you are called to go, because that's when the right people magnetize. That is when you create influence, if you like. That is when you make an impact. So really, like, you've got to listen to yourself. You know, I said it about you being a generator as well. Like, go with your passion, go with the things that excite you. It's, it is simple, but it's like, okay, what do I want to post? What do I want to post today? What is exciting me right now? What am I currently responding to? Right? Those things, that's where you have to go from. So again, gate 31 is calling you. This is something that you're here to share. What is exciting you? What is leading you? What is taking you to the next level? Go from there. You also have gate 12 and gate 62. So gate 62 is a very important energy for you. So I kind of want to focus there for now because gate 62 is in your conscious sun. So it has a very purposeful energy. And gate 62 is all about details. It's all about knowledge, different perspectives. People who have gate 62, they tend to like know a lot. Like they tend to know about a lot of facts, and maybe you've read a lot of books. I don't know what your subject is. I don't know what your business is about or the ways that you want to market when it comes to social media, but what do you know about what you're communicating? What are the details? What are the facts? Like, what knowledge are you sitting on? Because it's very like mentor energy, very teacher energy. So sharing what you know is very important. And again, it's kind of like that may just be like sometimes what I say as well when it comes to social media, it's not about creating this whole new persona. It's about how can I bring more of myself into this online space. And I think a good way to do that or something to bear in mind is okay, like how do I communicate to my friends? How do I start conversations with strangers? How do I show up in my reality when it comes to communicating, talking, connecting, all of those things? And start like translating it into your social media journey too. So you're probably that person that can sit and have deep conversations with people, and you can sort of you have a completely open ajna as well, same as me. And these completely open ajnas, they're very good at collecting perspectives. They're good at opening the minds of others and bringing new perspectives. So it's kind of like, are you doing that in your reality? How can you bring that into your social media journey as well? And gate 12, it's all about contemplation. It's all about your reflections that you're having. So what are you currently contemplating on? This is a good energy to channel into stories. So just talking about things that you're thinking about in relationship to your work, in relationship to your business and what you are marketing. What is coming through? This is a very, very reflective energy. And oh my God, there's so many things. There's so many things that I can say, and this is what I'm saying. When it comes to your own individual chart, there's so much we can explore. Even your digestion type and your most prominent sense are revealing so much, and they are really contributing to what I said about going your own way, because these are very leadership energies. It's like, okay, apply your own taste to things. And there's so much I can say on that, but what I want to leave you with is the framework. Your sort of framework when it comes to this is your energy type, your life profile, and your throat center gates. And of course, even if you don't have any throat center gates, this is, I mean, you're just going to be here to channel the truth and speak it clearly. There's so much I can say on this. But I am doing a live masterclass specifically on this. So specifically on how you can activate more of your magnetism in the online space. So I'm hosting this live, so you can click the link below if you want to join this live class. It is going to be really, really fun, and I'm going to be going through the whole framework for this and much more. So make sure that you sign up and let's align on this journey together. This was, for me, I'm quite passionate about this because my own social media journey, what I want to tell you is there was a time when I was shouting into the void and no one was hearing what I had to say. But the difference between me then and me to where I am now on this journey was consistency. It was perseverance. It was commitment to my passion. And I also, the shift that was made was I started using my human design. So I started using my specifically my life profile and the things that I'm here to communicate. My throat center gates are 33 and 23. So I'm literally here to simplify things, to educate things, and to tell stories. That's what I'm here to do. And I implement it intentionally, and everything grew from there. So if you want to join a full masterclass where we get into this about your human design, you can click the link below and join us there. I cannot wait. So thank you for joining this episode of Human Design Hotline, where we hang up on doubt and answer the call within. I've loved talking about this as usual. I love talking. I love answering your questions. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a beautiful day wherever you are.